What's up, Zakia? How are you doing?
I'm good. My connection might be not be that great, but hopefully, New Zealand will do me right.
Let us pray. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Diversity. Thank you for joining me, where we bridge the gaps of diversity and destroy ignorance before it destroys another life. So, I'd like you to introduce yourself. What is your name, please?
My name is Zakia. Are we doing full governments?
You don't have to give your social security number. Just whatever you want to give. You don't have to give your government name. If you're like, my name is Ashley. Whatever.
Yeah, my name is Zakia.
Alrighty. And where are you from, and where do you currently reside?
I am from California, Los Angeles, Granada Hills, born and raised, the Valley. And I currently reside in a town called Dunedin in New Zealand.
Right. How long have you been there?
I've been here since December of 2019. So
wow,
about going on 7 months now.
Does it feel like 7 months?
No. I feel like I just got here literally like 3 months ago or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Sometimes it feels like I'm still on vacation.
Yeah. Wow. I couldn't imagine. Never been there. And what time is it? What day is it where you are?
It's 3:04 in the beginning of the evening, I guess. It's today's Monday, so we're a day ahead in some hours.
So, Monday at 3 p.m.?
3 p.m.
Yeah. Cool. And then what ethnic do you identify as?
Black.
And then what's your age?
That's what box I check off.
What'd you say?
I said that's what box I check off on the census. So
Black. And then what's your age, if you're willing to share?
I just turned 36.
Congratulations. When was your birthday? Is that too much? Recently?
Oh, not like this month. May 3rd.
Okay. I feel like I missed it, and I feel really bad about that if I did. So, happy belated birthday. So I've known you for, I don't know, maybe 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'd say 3.
Yeah. And I know you through Pearl Set Apart, through your church, your other church, living room and stuff like that. And it's been a blast being friends with you. You were the one that was attempting to coach me in basketball.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. I was probably like 28 or something, or 29 then. So I felt like an old fart. It's kind of weird to be like, you're not old in your 20s, but when you're trying to learn basketball, you just feel old. I think you do, because you totally learned that in elementary. Did you say?
I said, hopefully you learn something.
Oh, it chopped your voice. It chopped your voice. New Zealand-tating right now.
Oh no, I said hopefully you learn something.
Yes, it's always good. It's always good to learn something. Never too late in the chat. Sorry if I misheard you because it's choppy. But that's what we're doing these chats, because we want to like introduce or reintroduce people to people and be like, hey, these are human beings, and they have a voice, they have a life, and they might be different than you. They might look a little different. But if you talk to people long enough, you realize you actually have a lot of interests that are similar. So that is why we're doing these chats. And I know that, let me see, I know a little bit about you, Zakia. I know that you served our country, so thank you. What branch were you? Are you your Air Force? I had someone on last that was Air Force too. I forgot to give Joel a shout out for that. But thank you for serving our country. You're also in school, getting your education, furthering your education. What are you studying?
Sociology. I'm a sociology major, studying that and with the emphasis in social work.
Okay, I got some of that. You're studying sociology. Yeah. And yeah, it's really bad. We're just gonna keep pretending like I heard everything and the Lord heard it. So you serve a country, you're educated, you would you say you're someone that like cares about people? Do you think you good for your community?
I'd say I'm someone who can. People don't mind me. I'm around to try to see if I get better service. But yeah, I'd say I'm someone who cares about the community and someone who, yeah, and people.
Yeah. So you serve a country. You're educated. You care about other people. You're a family person. And I have a question. So, do you think that your life matters?
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
I think my life matters. I think Black lives matter. I think once Black lives matter, all lives matter. And why? Because I'm a human being just like everybody else on this planet. Or an alien, whatever you want to call yourself. But everyone has a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness and freedom. So, yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Do you think it sucks that you would even have to say why your life matters? Maybe other people wouldn't have to? Or do you think that's normal and okay?
Oh, absolutely. No, I don't think that nothing normal about that. I think if someone else is speaking out and having to say, hey, see me, I matter too, that means that there's a problem where that person isn't being recognized in some form or some area. And if all lives did matter, or my life mattered, then there would be no need to even address it.
So it's kind of like the fact that it has to be addressed is like maybe pointing out a gap in the education or a hole in the bucket that there's an issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about like the denial of Blacks in the history of America. Can you tell me what your definition of denial is as it relates to the existence of African descent individuals in America?
Can you rephrase that question, or
yeah, like
say it again?
Like you talk about denial of Blacks in America and like our history and everything. Like, what does denial mean? Like, in what way have we been denied our voice or our story?
Yeah. Well, I feel like we've been denied access. We've been denied those things I spoke about earlier: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In a way that is equalized, in a way that is, for everyone. I feel like the denial happens in our education system. The denial happens in our politics and policies. The denial happens in our housing. Denial happens in our employment, in all the socioeconomic places where people matter, where equity matters, where in maybe even little small ways or whatever, just so someone else can have the come up, we've been denied access into those different areas. And yes, we have found ways around those different areas to still succeed because we're just a strong people. But yet still, we still have to continue to try to maneuver, to continue to try to find ways to work around these, liberties that aren't afforded to everyone.
Yeah. And, can you speak to equity? What is that?
Yeah. Equity is it's something that creates value, right? So that creates value just by it being like property, for example. So if you buy a house or if you own a house, just by you having that said property and building on that property, you build value. It builds value. So you gain appreciation on that property. So you gain more money, right? And so, in a nutshell, you build equity. You know what I mean? So, in that sense, even way back during, the times where Black people couldn't even get property in white areas, for so many years through the FHA, creating these policies where you couldn't sell to a Black person, you couldn't rent to them, and they get a loan, nothing. So through those years, white people were able to build equity on this property, which creates generational wealth, which creates another economic avenue for you to get out of debt, and all these things. And that now Black people are able to buy homes now, so now we're able to catch up to that. But this is decades of this. And that's just one of the ways where we're able to do that. There's also that in business as well. Property, pretty much.
Yeah. So it's is acquired over time that benefits generations. Okay. Yeah. And so I'm wondering, this is called the United States of America. Do you feel like we are united as Americans? And if so, on what grounds?
Well, I feel like I almost feel like I want to say that we have pockets of unity. We have these specific places where unity exists. But to say that as a country we have wide national unity, absolutely not. I think when it comes to certain things, we can create a unity around that specific thing, but when it comes to injustices and the oppression of a people, that unity is where it turns into there being pockets of unity and not an overall worldwide thing. There's certain groups of people that unite and are yeah, for sure, let's keep this thing moving. And then there's other pockets of people that are like, nah, you guys aren't oppressed. There's racism doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. So I halfway believe that it exists. It exists sometimes. You know what I mean?
How do you think we can create unity in this country?
You said what?
How do you think that we can create unity in this country? Is it even possible?
Well, I'm a type of person who believes that anything is possible. Even the impossible, seemingly impossible, is still possible. So, I mean, I would say yeah. But in order to get there, I mean, it starts with the heart of a person. Hearts have to be changed. Minds have to be opened. And people have to be willing to actually see themselves and to see what's actually happening and not what they want to see. And that just takes listening to other people's problems, to other people's opinions, to other people's experiences, really. Like, you can't deny someone their experience. So if someone's telling you, yo, this happened to me, you know what I mean? This happens to my people. Believe them, you know, despite what you may or may not see for yourself in your everyday life, which is a privilege, you know? So I guess to answer your question, yeah, I believe it's possible, but there's going to be a lot of work to get there. And self-reflection is one of those things.
That's good. Like, do you practice self-reflection? Like, if you do practice self-reflection,
is it still choppy or what?
Yeah, it's a little bit choppy. If you practice self-reflection, what would be a tip that you could give us, like, one practice of that? How does that look?
Self-reflection. I mean, it looks like just sitting down and God is great, bro. That's why I put God is good. It looks like sitting down with yourself and being silent and looking at yourself, like looking at the things you do, why you do what you do. Are you happy with where you're at in life? If not, what would you want to do to change that? You know, it looks like looking at the world around you as well, and figuring out how you feel about what's happening around you. You're like, yes, self-reflection is inward, but it's also taking a look outward as well. Yeah.
Like, going beyond what you're being informed about and informing yourself about, letting yourself inform you about what you actually, like, believe and stand for, instead of being like some.
Right, exactly.
And then, like, I'm wondering what kind of people do you typically surround yourself with? Copy again. I think it froze. There you are. I think you're back. Okay. Did I cut you off at all?
Did you ask me what type of people I surround myself with?
Yeah, and why?
Yeah.
We only need 5 more minutes, Susie. Coming in and out. Let's see. I think you're back.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Try going out and then going back in. Like going offline and then going offline.
You're gonna go offline?
See if that helps.
We'll try to like.
No, I said, yeah, go off and then come back on.
Okay, so you want me to exit you? Well, we'll see as Zakia comes back on. I know she's in another country and the technology is what it is. Let me see. Let us pray. All right. Let's see.
All right, we're back.
Wow, you're crystal clear right now. Fantastic. Wow.
Actually, I walked into the room where the actual modem is, so hopefully this is better.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Did you try to answer that question?
I didn't even hear it. What was it?
What kind of people do you surround yourself with and why?
Oh, I try to surround myself with people that know more than me. With people that are doing things in life, have goals, and I do surround myself with a lot of entrepreneurs because I feel like I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I'm trying to be an entrepreneur, I guess. But so I they're like motivation for me.
Yeah.
But also, but I also surround myself with people that just are very open-minded, spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that be Christian or Muslim or or Jewish or atheist, whatever. I just surround myself with just people. But yeah, definitely positive people. I feel like I need that in my life. You know what I mean? I need more of that. But I'm an introvert though at heart though. I'm sociable, but I'm an introvert.
Yeah. People gotta come close, right? Is that the kind of introvert you are? It's like they gotta come close, like a one-on-one situation, not yeah.
I'm a one-on-one type person, but I mean, if I have to, I'd go in groups of people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If it's necessary, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think it's good to like surround yourself with people who are helping you become better and helping you, reach the goals that you want to set, and that people are putting good into your life. And I think that maybe the more people are intentional about, like you said, self-reflection, like what do I stand for and what do I want to see in my life, then it's easier to do kinds of conversations and those kinds of people into your space. And then maybe the world would become a better place the more we have good quality conversations about each other and about the things that we're after in life. So Did you want to speak on something like that, or you just yeah?
But I guess I want to kind of make it clear, like those are the type of people that I surround myself with, and I want to surround myself with. But I don't. That's not to say I disassociate myself with anybody who's not an entrepreneur or or who's not spiritual or whatever. You know, I'm open to everyone, but yeah, as far as growth as a person and me just trying to be better as a person, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I don't think anyone should shut anyone out unless they're going to be harmful to you. Because there's something you can learn from everybody, and there's something that you can give to everybody. So that's really important too. What would you want to tell those who may have misunderstood you based off of just like seeing you and not realizing that you guys could have been a good entrepreneurial connection or a good, you know, friendship because they misjudged you? Or have you never felt misjudged or misunderstood?
Yeah, I've felt misjudged or understood plenty of times. And I can't say that I haven't misjudged or misunderstood other people myself. I guess what I say to that is like, a connection is a connection, and it'll be there if it's meant to be there. And so if both parties are, or whoever's involved, are willing to take that time out to understand that person, then it'll happen. I think because I've had the experience of being misjudged or misunderstood, I'm more of a, you know, if it'll happen, it'll happen. If the connection is there and it's meant to be, it'll be. And so yeah, I don't really, you know, think on that too hard. You know.
Yeah. I love you're always kind of not trying too hard, but you're just right where you need to be. And I think that's probably you just being able to be centered enough with yourself that maybe you just know your true north so well because you know yourself so well. Maybe. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
I don't know. I try, you know what I'm saying? I try to know myself.
Yeah. And then I'm going to say this last. What injustices have you noticed that affected you, and what has been your response?
You mean affected me on it, like just world things that are happening in the world? Or like, okay.
It comes to mind.
Well, obviously, you know, what happened with Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, and you know, all the other Tamir Rice and all the other cases that we have that are just continuing to pile up. Those have all and continue to like touch me in a place where, a very visceral place where I'm like, that could be my brother. I have 3 brothers, so I'm like, that could be any one of my brothers. That could be my father. That could be my sisters, my sister-in-law, or my spiritual sisters, whoever, my cousins. You know, that could be any one of my family members. That could be me.
Right.
and many times in life, close call, it could have been. And I think it just pushed me to a place of something needs to be done. Like, something needs to change. When I was in LA, I was a part of a few groups. One of them was called Vigilant Love. Another of them was called Care LA, which was like a Muslim group, but they were, you know, also all about injustice injustices that are happening to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? So I think it got to that point where I couldn't watch anymore, and I needed to actually be a part of something. And you know, it's a scary thing, because once you no longer are on the outside and you're now on the inside, it's like, okay, I'm responsible now. I have accountability for what's happening, and you're taking accountability, and that could be a scary place, because it's like your life is no longer just, you know, your everyday go to work, go to home, you know, see your family, and that's it. It's in the streets. You're in the streets now. I mean, you know what I mean? There's potential for you to get arrested, you know what I mean, doing a protest or doing a whatever that happens in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, against oppression. People are angry. People don't like for you to kind of joust their normalcy or their normal life, their way of doing life. And they want to do the same things they've been doing, because they're afraid to look at what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where you get a lot of people in the streets who are saying racism isn't happening, and oppression isn't real. And you're like, what type of denial is that? Like, where? So you're saying that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you know, who's the other guy I'm trying to think of? Huey P. You know, Newton, all these guys, the Black Panther Party movement, that they're all just making this up. Like, you know, well, we've had, you know, riots and the war on Wall Street. You know what I mean? Like, all of that is just made up. It's like, what land are you living in? Because it's definitely not this one.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I think for me, I just became more activated. I think more activated into the my community, and the things that are happening about it. Now that I'm in New Zealand, I'm in a place where I can't necessarily be on the streets of LA, but so I try to use my voice in other ways, like social media or emailing, you know, people I need to email, or signing petitions, just doing that type of work. So it's the nature of the work has changed. But the objective of the work has not.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that everybody just needs to figure out what their part is to play, and then just play it. You know, it's not a one job game. Like, everybody's not meant to be in the streets. You know, so it's like, if your thing is entertainment, if your thing is music, use your voice for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then likewise, if you have a Black business, rep your business. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hope that answers your question.
No, it answers it perfectly. I mean, that was really, you know, well-rounded. I feel like it had solutions in there too. And the realistic aspect of, we can't all do one thing. And from a Christian perspective, one body, many members, we're not all to function the same way. This is my effort. I don't actually know what I'm doing, but I want to be able to be like, these are human beings, please stop shooting them. Or these are people that look different than you, but that doesn't mean that, you know, don't talk to them. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they're dangerous. And I think that there's a lot of representations of different people, including white people, that's just wrong. It's wrong interpretations, it's wrong retellings of people, or tellings of people. And sometimes it's from us telling people, you know, and we're joking or we're exaggerating, but an element, and then that's all people see. And that's how they treat the next person that has nothing to do with that. Because even within our brown skin, I don't even consider it Black, but our brown skin, we're so many different kinds of communities. I'm a military brat from the suburbs in the country. I'm not from places where people would automatically identify me as just by my complexion. You know what I mean? So I love people to, hear your story, hear your voice, hear your perspective. So thank you for being on the chat today, and I want to thank everybody who was viewing, this conversation, and I hope you guys would join us on the next diversity chat where we destroy ignorance before it destroys us. And I just want to make sure, if you had anything else to say, Zakia, I would love to hear it as we close here.
Actually, yeah. I wanted to say, because you made a statement that you don't know what you're doing, but just by doing this, you're doing something. Like, you're doing something. You're using your voice to speak, to bring awareness to diversity within your sphere, of influence. So, yeah, don't downplay it. You're doing something, sis. So,
to downplay it, I want to be honest. I received what you said. I thank you for that encouragement. I don't want anybody to feel like they shouldn't do what they feel led to do, even if they don't know what they're doing. It's like, show up and be faithful. So that's what we're doing here, and I'm so glad that you're here to do this with me, and that you found a fantastic service section in your house. Praise the Lord. I'm like, no, she's gone. So thank you for coming back. You're all crystal clear. You're not like boxes and all this stuff. That's great. Really, I love
you. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. We gotta do this again when there's, when I'm in better service.
Perfect service now, so we know. Just mark that spot in your house. But thank you so much again, and I hope to see you again soon. Maybe I'll see you in New Zealand. Who knows? The plate cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Come through.
Love you, friend. See ya.